I want you to imagine you're the CEO of a company worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Your product is installed in 3/4 of the world's computers. What would you do? Play it safe, count your millions, or look 10 years into the future and roll the dice? Which does beg the question, who would be crazy enough to take that kind of gamble?
The most consequential person in the world ain't who you think. He doesn't seek control, notoriety, or even a full head of hair. In fact, half of you lot probably never even heard of him. Late night listeners, dirty denizens of Trashland, it is my honour to introduce to you my dear, dear friend, the man of the hour, the man of the f***ing century, Jensen Huang! So let's just take this back to where it all began, yeah? 1993, what a year. Wu-Tang unloaded all 36 chambers. Snoop Dogg showed us how a broken marriage doesn't have to mean a broken home, and Mrs. Doubtfire taught us all the pleasures of hitting it doggy style. It was the year of NBA Jam, Legend of Zelda, Doom, boring shit like Myst where nothing ever happens. And it was the year that 3 young engineers set up shop in a dingy Santa Clara condo with ambitions to change the industry forever. But what these 3 young men couldn't have known way back then was that their humble little startup with a weird name
will go on to change the shape of human history. Now, do you remember those once pioneering semiconductor companies like 3DFX, Sang Labs, or Cirrus Logic?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Jensen destroyed it, or acquired it.
An outcome that would have seemed pretty far-fetched when he founded NVIDIA.
With Chris Malachowski and Curtis Prian.
After meeting at that most illustrious melting pot of world-changing ideas, Denny's, where, aside from misleading food photography, Jensen & Co. saw an opportunity to develop an accelerated form of computing that could unleash a whole new class of applications that were otherwise impossible. An accelerated, graphics-based solution to problems that couldn't be solved by general-purpose CPUs. The only problem was there weren't many clear-cut use cases back then, with one obvious exception.
It was computer graphics, and we applied it to
Video games.
Video game industry.
The video game industry. The video game
Have become a $4 billion a year business.
Nintendo has introduced some hot new toys.
At the end of this year, 1 out of every 3 homes in America will have Nintendo.
NVIDIA's first graphics card came out in 1995, the NV1. And it was pretty ambitious, maybe even too ambitious, combining 2D and 3D graphics, audio, a VGA controller, and Sega-compatible controller interface, all within a single chip. And since Sega were getting royally pummeled in the balls by the PS1 at the time, they hoped the comprehensive NV1 might help them turn things around. Except
It was an unmitigated disaster, or as Jensen put it.
Was the wrong strategy. It was technically poor, but we would be out of money if we didn't finish the contract.
Ouch.
But I needed Sega to pay us in whole, or NVIDIA would be out of business. I was embarrassed to ask. The CEO of Sega,
You don't ask, you don't get.
to his credit and my amazement, agreed.
You legend, Jensen.
the rest, as they say, is history. 1999, NVIDIA released the game-changing OG GPU, the GeForce 256, the first programmable graphics card capable of handling complex calculations for consumer-level hardware.
2001. They strike a $200 million deal with legendary bridge player Bill Gates to develop Microsoft's graphics processing system for the Xbox.
Long story short, the video game industry was exploding. Console developers were duking it out to capture market share, and Jensen was providing pretty much all of them with the picks and the shovels to do so. But the hardware, well, that was just one part of the puzzle, and in 2006, NVIDIA released Cuda, a computing platform and programming model that effectively completely changed how their GPUs worked, extending them beyond games and VFX and traditional graphics into general-purpose computing.
2012 was a seminal year for machine learning, and also NVIDIA. The annual ImageNet Challenge was a kind of World Cup for machine learning, with research teams competing to build the best program for recognizing objects in pictures. In 2012, a neural network called AlexNet came along and smashed the competition. Training deep neural networks with a massive number of parameters is computationally exhausting. So AlexNet harnessed NVIDIA GPU's parallel computing to deliver faster training times that actually made deep learning on large datasets feasible.
Recognizing the staggering, mind-melting potential of AI, Jensen began investing time and resources into optimizing GPU architectures and software like Cuda towards the massive scaling of AI computations with NVIDIA's tech. He went all in on deep learning research, advancing state-of-the-art neural network optimization and training, on developing powerful GPU architectures specifically designed for AI. He began fostering a vibrant AI ecosystem by collaborating with industry leaders, researchers, and developers. He established the NVIDIA Inception program to support AI startups, founded the NVIDIA AI Technology Center, launched the NVIDIA Drive platform for autonomous driving, moved into AI applications in healthcare, image analysis, genomics, drug discovery, personalized medicine, and in spite of playing a key role in building the very foundations of the future of the human species, and in an era in which tech stocks were literally up only, NVIDIA's performance was until
ChatGPT, the early frontrunner that reportedly has just secured a $10 billion shot in the arm from Microsoft.
Robots will be able to do everything better than us.
The model itself, could it become more powerful than that human?
People should be happy that we're a little bit scared of this.
The $1 trillion club getting a new member today. NVIDIA becoming the first ever chip stock to reach that milestone.
I renamed Everest our rescue mutt NVIDIA.
NVIDIA should change its name to NVIDIA, or maybe it doesn't need to, as it's now become synonymous with the booming technology.
NVIDIA's new entry into the $1 trillion valuation club, just the latest milestone in the AI boom we've seen this year.
Is all the opportunity finally priced in now, or is this just the beginning of a wave of AI tech outperformance?
Jensen Huang, absolute animal.
The seemingly sudden explosion of generative AI into the public consciousness, into every industry and every data center in every country worldwide, has seen demand for NVIDIA products go into hyperdrive. Or as Elon Musk described it,
GPUs are, at this point, considerably harder to get than drugs.
With all eyes on NVIDIA, there could be no better time for Jensen to deliver his first keynote presentation in years at the Computex conference in Taipei. Jensen unveiled some epic new platforms being used to bring generative AI to a wide array of industries, from advertising to manufacturing, telecommunications, and of course, gaming. With one particular demo capturing the imaginations of gamers worldwide. An intelligent, AI-trained NPC-cum-noodle seller capable of organic, real-time conversations that feel,
unfortunately, not so good.
And along with so many of the demonstrations showcased at Computex, it proves the truly insane scope of NVIDIA's Omniverse, the cloud-based platform that
allows us to connect the digital world and the physical world. Omniverse is going to be a phenomenal success, and we have 700 plus customers who are trying it now, from the car industry to logistics warehouse to to wind turbine plants. It represents probably the single greatest container of all of NVIDIA's technology: computer graphics, artificial intelligence, robotics, and physics simulation, all into one. I have great hopes for it.
I have only one word for that, Jensen. Chapeau, my friend. Chapeau.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Subscribe. Or the puppy gets it. Pew, pew.
Alright kids, that is enough of that. The Trashland curfew kicks in about 25 minutes, so I've got to do one. If you are after some further late night entertainment, then be sure to check out our recent hit piece on Tim Sweeney. Fire.